Okay, so recording, yes. All right, I'm just going to go over just a couple things that are happening for the end of the month because I feel like when holidays come, it's kind of overwhelming and the month ends and you're like, what happened to the month? Next Monday, there is a 14-day sleigh group that's done by our team, our Hope team. So if you're knowing people who want to lose weight or want to jumpstart on weight, if you're having weight conversations, make sure that they know that there's this group starting up this Monday, and you can say either get a jump on weight loss or maintain your weight so that you're not feeling guilty during the holidays, something along those lines. I have one person who is so excited to start. She started like a couple days ago. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Okay, do it. Go
That's
for
great.
it. Yeah. So that's going to come out really super fast because they kind of need to order by Wednesday with the holiday. So if you have anyone that you're like, I just need to reach out to them, be like, would you be interested in this group? It's okay if you're not. I thought of you. And if anything, it plants a seed.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the other thing I want to talk about is the $1.99 welcome packs. So if they decide to go for the 14-day sleigh, I think that comes in a welcome pack. What I want us all to do, our team, is to familiarize ourselves with the $1.99 welcome pack. I'm not familiar at all because I have the mindset of it's just so expensive. I'm just going to offer the $99 welcome pack. Boom. But they have, I think, $199 welcome pack, and it has the Triplex, it has X Factor, I think it has the Edge. It has all these great products that I take or love and I know work. And it's a great door and opportunity to talk to them about people, like especially if they're like, well, I have this problem, this problem, this problem. And we're like, well, why don't you start with the Triplex and then we can add things in. Instead, we're like, hey, you get these great prices and you get a bunch of products and we can scatter them as you start and it's going to be great. And your hair, your nails, but they'll start seeing more, I don't say symptoms. Symptoms is the wrong word. The opposite of that. Benefits, yes. Faster, yeah. So I'm going to post in our team chat, Monica, I'm going to post that, like our welcome packs.
Okay.
So we all can familiarize ourselves because the amazing thing that Plexus has changed is you can get paid off those $1.99 welcome packs and you get the $5 number points.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll get your $50 for the pack that sells and then another about $15 for those points. That's $65 if you sign one person, which is like, whoa, that's awesome. But now it's like, if like me, I'm going to have to get over some mental roadblocks in my mind about prices. I really am, but I'm going to do it because if I can help people see results faster and benefits faster and they stay on these products and better things happen, then it's worth it. It's going to be worth it. So I got to do it. And the other thing is, if you guys can, do a post about Black Friday deals. If you just maybe make a post of you with your pink drink or your favorite products and be like, these are my favorite. There's going to be, rumor has it, there's going to be a really awesome Black Friday sale. Would you like to be a part of my Black Friday reach out list? Something along those lines. Message me if you want in. I want you to know the sales the moment I find out what the sales are. It's just like, you are special. VIP, get to hear the sales. You can also reach out to any customers who might have stopped or slowed down and any ambassadors that might have stopped or slowed down because people love to hear about sales. It's very contagious. So reach out to those people and then make a list of potentials even. And another thing would be potentials is, hey, I know the holidays, Thanksgiving's coming, it's crazy. You maybe have mentioned you're interested in Plexus, like a way to follow up. Can I put you on my Black Friday sale list and let you know the sales right away so you don't miss out? That I already have a list going, and I'm really hoping
How will we find out about the Black Friday sales?
Email. I will try to make sure you guys know right away as well. And I've heard through the buzz that there's going to be something tomorrow announced.
Is there a new product tomorrow
I
being
don't
announced?
I don't know. I had heard something was supposed to be announced today, the 19th, and I haven't seen anything announced. So I'm wondering if they pushed it to the 20th or if the person had gotten that date wrong, but it was a diamond who said it. So now I'm like, is it a product or are they letting us know about the sale ahead of time? I'm not sure. So we'll just keep an eye, and the moment I'll see an email, I'm going to make sure that I send that out to you guys to be like, check your emails, or this is it. I screenshotted it. More details in the emails. So we'll see what happens with that. And one last thing. Oh yeah, that was it. So yeah, just make a list. Oh, and blackout time on Black Friday. I know with family coming to visit or just kind of the chaos of going out on Thanksgiving, Friday's a nice rest day. But I have found that sending out all those messages to people takes time. You have to be intentional with that. You can't just say, okay, I'm going to do it throughout the day and the nooks and crannies. It's not a nooks and crannies kind of day. I have to spend 30 minutes, if that's at 6 a.m. in the morning, to let people know about the sale. Then I have to do it then, because the rest of my day is just filled with shopping or going out or just recovering from the chaos or hanging out with friends, anything like that. And then you're going to have to also schedule time throughout the day, because you're going to have people getting back to you. And you might have people say, well, okay, what website, what am I using? And suddenly you're going to be recommending and trying to help with people signing up. And if there's a website issue, you're going to have to be available. So set times aside so you'll be available. Because I have too often, like that, the weekend, just like, okay, I need to do this. I reach out to the people, and then life is crazy and I don't get back to them. And then it's Saturday, and sometimes when people see the sale, they get that, like, let's get this now. They have that urge to buy now. And so I don't want anybody to miss out on that. So just from past experience, set some time aside, schedule that out best that you can. Reach out to me. I'm going to be home basically all day. The morning, like early mid-morning, I'll be out. But if you need me for anything, let me know. If you need help with Ambassador, if you need help with the website or calling customer service, I would love to help out. So that's all the announcements. And December's coming, and I'm excited for it. I'm excited for what this is going to mean for your businesses with the sale, and who we're going to be able to coach throughout the month of December, starting the products. It's going to be great. So the other thing I want to talk to you guys tonight is, I'm not sure what to call it. Maybe emotional maturity. When I say that, I'm like, oh, that sounds so boring. But I was speaking to a friend today, and I actually called her to like uplift her and encourage her, and she ended up uplifting and encouraging me, because the Lord works in mysterious ways. And I'm like, wow, this is what I needed. You didn't know this, but God did, so I was grateful for that. But so show you how fun it was. She's talking to me on the phone, and I'm like sitting down writing notes. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm writing notes. Whatever you're saying is fantastic, and I needed it in my life. I wrote so many notes down, and now I'm rewriting them down. So I don't have everything down, but I'm like, good, because if I wrote everything down I'd written in the notes, we'd be here for like 45 minutes, I think. So quick snippets. One thing I thought was really good was change your what ifs to your even ifs. So when we're reaching out to people, and if we're getting that mental block, like, what if they tell me it's too expensive? What if they tell me that they hate network marketing, and how could I be in network marketing? What if they attack me? What if they just say no? What if they ignore me? And then change that to, even if they ignore me, that's okay, because I'm going to find someone else, because this is not their time. Even if they say no to me, that's okay. I can move on with this. It's just not their time. This is not what the Lord has planned. Even if, I forgot the examples I said at first, but just change your what ifs to your even ifs. And that blew my mind today, because I feel like a lot of the time I'm like, well, I just overthink it before I even sit down and type out a message. Especially if people that I really want on the products, I really want in my business, I'm overthinking. So what ifs to your even ifs? And in my opinion, that takes a lot of pressure off of me because it's not me who's winning them over. I'm not going to say the magic words to get them to join. It really doesn't have anything to do with me except for my actions of reaching out to them, my actions of building a relationship with them, my actions of loving them, being kind to them. So if you're hesitant even to talk about Plexus, even if someone says to you on Thanksgiving, like, wow, you look great, or wow, we're all bloated and tired and you look amazing and you have energy, I don't understand. Instead of being like, well, if I say anything about Plexus, they're going to roll their eyes or whatever. Just know what, even if I say things about Plexus and they roll their eyes, it doesn't matter. I've planted a seed. What could this do for them? Takes the eyes off of us and puts it on them in the future. So I was really like, wow, mind blowing, something so simple. Another one is to advocate before the throne of God. I just think that's really, I'm just going to do that a lot this week because I think I've just been like, I'm working so hard. Why is nothing happening? But I don't really think I've been working at the feet of Jesus and asking him, am I doing what you want me to do? Or am I just going, and then getting frustrated? So get before the throne of God, ask him what he wants you to do, and then do it. Which is so much easier said than done sometimes. But it's a good reminder. It's very simple what we have to do, and it's very easy what we have to do if we do it. The other one is, am I faithful in the few things that God has given me? This blew my mind because I'm like, okay, the few things God has given me. Well, he's giving me a house and my kids, my family, and my husband. He's giving me my dog and my cat, my chickens, and he's given me my friends and my bigger family and my church. But it's not even that much. It's like smaller. God has given us our body as stewards over it. So if we can be faithful in feeding ourselves the correct food, and taking time out to speak with him to get those moments of rest. If we're faithful in going before his throne to ask him, is this what you want me to do today? Is this how you want me to respond to this? Instead of just pushing through and being like, well, I got this. These little things that we have to be faithful in. And I do believe that if we're faithful in those, it's going to just shine out to everyone, our family, and our responses to things that happen in life with our kids or attitude problems that we have ourselves because of this mishap happened and this is so frustrating and it's in our business. If we're working so much that we're not getting sleep or we're not getting the right food in our bodies and we're having this attitude of negativity to our family, then we're not being faithful in the little things that God has given us. So he's not going to give us the bigger things. And to me, who just likes to push, this was a big, wow, I really need to just think about this. And am I faithful in these smaller things? Because God provides for me. And I don't need to push beyond my means when I need to be faithful in what he's given me. This helps me also think of, okay, so if God is providing for me, because he's providing in the bigger things, if I'm being faithful in the smaller things, I don't need to make people join me in Plexus. Same way, I don't need to force friendship relationships to happen. But with I can't save the world. I'm not here to save the world from Plexus products. Like, Plexus will help you. This is the best thing in the entire world. This is what you need, maybe. And then when they say, no, I don't want it, you're like, oh, but you do. And you want to shake them. I can't save everyone. I can't save everyone's health. It's not my job. It's not my job. And it's a reminder for me, and I hope it's helpful to you, that that's not what we're here for. we have a good product. We have a good product, and if people don't want it, if they don't think it's right for them, if they don't want to pay for it, if they don't want to put the effort into taking it, even where people are like, well, I just don't take pills. And I'm just like, what? If you don't take little capsules now, you're guaranteed to be taking prescribed pills later. But even then, like my husband's an EMT and he's like, people don't take pills. Even though it's going to save their life, they still don't take them. So it's not my responsibility to hound these people constantly, to take on the responsibility of their health. I want to help people who have nowhere to go, but I can't force it. I can't make them, and it's okay. I don't have to beg them. I just tell them that I have great products and they're available to you when you need them and when you want to do it. I know this being in the business for a while of just twisting people's arms like, you need this, you need this. I'm like, yeah, I do. I really do. And you're like, you vision for them so much because you can see it. And they start kind of excited, but then they fall off because they're not consistent, because they really weren't sold out to the idea of, yes, I am ready to make myself get healthy. I'm working right now with an ambassador who has kept her ambassadorship for almost 2 years. And for the third time, she's like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And so far, she's been doing it consistently. And like, okay, you're all in, then I am here. I am here to help you and support you and hold your hand and just get you through this. But the moment she's like, she's not going to be all in, or I'm checking in with her and she's not getting back to me, or she's like, I'm not taking my products, then I have to be blunt and say, you're not helping yourself. And is this the time that you want to do this? Is this what you want to do right now? And it helps them think, like, wait a minute, do I want to do this? Do I want myself to get healthy? This is a good reason to, when you're talking to your ambassadors or customers, why you want their goals, because you want to go back over that with them. But I'm just seeing today, I mean, I've heard this before, like, don't drag people with you. Don't try to force them. But I'm just seeing that this is, it's just something that we need to know. And I think we need to practice just as a team. And if you ever want to like check in and be like, am I like forcing this person, or do I need to be asking them questions to help them think deeper? Because of course we can't just be like, well, they're not doing it, I'm going to abandon them. We have to ask questions, get deeper, but it's going to be up to them and their responsibility to answer us and to also dig deep on their end. And this is just half a page. So it's a good thing I didn't write all this down, because like, this is so good. So I want to make it, I'm just going to end, I think, soon. I just want to remind all of us that we really have great products. And if we can't sell it to one person because they're not ready, then we'll ask somebody else. And maybe they will be ready. And we just keep asking other people, are you ready to try these amazing products? And that's okay. That's all we can do, because we cannot take on the emotional responsibility of when people say no to us. We can't let that like hang over us. You can be a friend to people and ask them about Plexus, and when they say no, you don't take that emotional responsibility onto yourself and be like, well, I failed them. Like, how am I even a good friend anymore? How can I even talk to them anymore because they aren't even interested? Just, you're going to move on from that, because that emotional responsibility isn't yours. And that's a lot more I want to talk about at another time, because I know for me, I get very attached to their outcome. So when somebody signs up, I am so like heart and soul into it, and it emotionally will drain me if they are not at that same level, which I feel like most of the time they're not, because they don't understand what the products can do. Their belief isn't built yet. It's up to me to build that belief by sharing testimonies, and if they're interested in business, getting them to different meetings, or getting them on the Hope page, getting them involved. But if they don't want to do it, I can't drag myself down and just spend all my emotional energy just thinking about new ways I can win them over and new ways I can just get them on, because that leads back to just dragging people and begging people like stay on, or stay for the business or stay on the products because you just need to when they've already kind of mentally checked out. I feel like this with every person, it's going to be up to you to figure out where they are. And the great way to do that is to ask questions. Ask questions that might seem hard, but I can't think of any. I'm like, questions you could ask right now, but I'd have to like set up a whole scenario, and it'll take me like probably 5 minutes to do that. And I don't waste anybody's time, but just dig deeper with questions, because I'm finding if I'm more bold in my questions, especially when they're kind of like wishy-washy, it's me digging in the dirt to help the roots go digger, or me like loosening up the soil to help roots go digger. Roots go deeper if that's what they want to do. If they don't want to, then you'll know, and you'll know very quickly that they're just not ready to do it. And then it's up to you to let go of that emotional grip, I guess you could say, on them. I'm not even sure of how I want to word this because it's just so fresh to me. And I know I've heard this, but to act it out is different than to hear it over and over again. So I'm going to be focusing more on my reaction to what the outcome is. And I'm not going to be stuck on that. For instance, if the medical world was so bent on what happens to their patients, they would probably be crippled with that emotional responsibility. But at the same time, you have the other end of the spectrum of people who just don't care. In and out, in and out, in and out. Let's see how many patients I can get, how many prescriptions I can write. And they go numb. That's not healthy either. So that's where we have the Lord to balance us out. We have that emotional maturity. We have that relationship side still, because if they say no to us or if they stop the products, we can still check in on them and love them and be kind. But we don't have to tie the results of whether or not they join Plexus, whether or not they see results right away, whether or not they can stick with it. We do not have to tie that to us and burden ourselves with that. So that's what I just want to talk to you about tonight. Have any of you felt yet that like emotional responsibility that you don't think it's yours, but you hold on tight to that? Does that question even make sense?
Yeah, I think sometimes that's happened. I wanted the results more than they wanted them, I think. Or it was more me than them. And they weren't willing to put in the effort. And they were in the beginning, but then as time went on, they just weren't. And then I wanted them to, but I can't make them do it. And I have, like, their success, I would always say is like whether they're successful or not, that determines, how good of a job I did. So I take ownership of that. And that's something, I think it's a personality thing. I just have to let that go.
Have you been able to let that go? Have you found ways that have helped?
Yeah, I've let it go. I don't know what I think it was just time for me, just okay. Somebody else. Like, there's always, this opens up my life to give to somebody else, yeah. I think it's a lot. It's also, as a parent, you do that with your children too, probably. Like, the success of your kids, like, there comes a point when they make their own decisions, and even now, like, I have 12-year-olds. They have decisions that they have to make on their own. And it's really not on me anymore. And I think, like, parents with adult kids, they deal with that too. Like, their kid, things happen and bad things happen and their child turns out a certain way and they've poured and poured into them, but we all have free will, and that's where that whole like decision whether a child turns to Christ or not, like it's on them. Like it made, when you were talking about that, it made me think of like salvation and witnessing to somebody. Yes. I want them to accept Christ. I want them to put their faith in Christ, but I can't make them, and it's so hard. So I can just do my part, like you said. I can share with people. I can change my what ifs to even ifs. And I think once you do that, then you know you did your part. And now it's on them. The ball's in their court.
Right.
So I think that was very encouraging, Sarah. That was good what you shared.
Yeah, I'm glad. I know it's highs and lows, the highs and lows of this. And that, I didn't even think of that as a parent, because I have, my oldest is 4. So right now I tell them what to do.
Mm-hmm, right.
And the fact that in, 7 small years, my child will be 12 and he'll be making decisions. Like, and I have to, that's huge. That's huge. So that is, to get this now will be nice. That I think will help.
That's really great.
As my kids get older. So, Rebecca, did you have anything that you thought of, or?
No, I've been super slacking, so I feel like I don't have very much to add right now.
Okay, you're learning now, though. You're learning now before. So when people say no, you're like, okay. So one last thing I forgot, Monica, you reminded me, I wanted to say was I haven't had a single person who signed up for Plexus, and I'm pretty sure I have double negatives in here, so hopefully this makes sense. But I haven't had a single person who has listened to my suggestions and taken responsibility, who has willingly worked with and learned about their body, not have results. So, so anyone I have that I've worked with, and they've worked with me, and they've talked with me, and the lines of communication were open, and they were willing to learn, and they were willing to try new things, all of them have had results and are still doing Plexus today, whether they're my customers or ambassadors. And I was shocked to learn that, because I think I'm like, well, all the people who didn't stay and it was my fault and I didn't get there. But no, the people who are open, and some people I didn't even have a friendship with. So we built a relationship through the products, and they're still taking this to this day. And now I have brand new friendships. Right. So for every person, you're like, well, nobody, if you ever think to yourself, well, nobody wants this, just look at all the people who have, and look at their attitudes and their emotional maturity and how they're still going, and be so grateful that you have that as a reminder. And it's a month to be grateful. So that is it. I promise that time. That's it. So thank you, Monica, for your words of wisdom too. I loved hearing what you had to say as well. And have a great Thanksgiving, everybody. Next Monday, we're not going to be getting together. So the first Monday in December, we'll see you all again. But I'll be talking in the chat about learning about those $199 welcome packs, and sending those in so we can familiarize ourselves. And next Monday is our 14-day sleigh challenge. So if you have anyone that you want to invite, now's the time. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.